I had to pee for at least 2.5 hours of this 3.5 hour long odyssey, and I never got up to take a break. It's the best compliment I can give it. Seriously, feel free to put that on the Blu-ray box when this comes out on home release, if physical media is still around at that point. So Killers of the Flower Moon is the new Martin Scorsese film. It takes place in the 1920s and is the true story of a mass murder plot against the Osage Native American tribe. So of the mains, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, and Lily Gladstone, I'm going to talk about De Niro first. Because you know how it is, where they aim to make a very humanized villain. It's a very big thing nowadays, humanize your villains. I thought this was an incredible take on that. Because you're dealing with the head of the snake who had a horrific plan of mass murder. He comes across as a man of the community, someone who the Osage people called friend. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing, and then there's a snake who has everyone convinced that he's a puppy. And to the point of performance, Robert De Niro is 80 years old, still commanding a scene. You have 3 main actors in here, all of which command the scenes they're in. Sometimes they're in scenes together. At age 80, De Niro can be like, I'm done, I'm gonna phone it in. Here it is. 3 Oscar contenders in this film that I can think of, and that's just on-screen performances. I don't mind saying this is one of Leo DiCaprio's best performances. I mean, that's a pretty high bar too. Maybe it's a recency bias thing, but when watching, you know how you watch a movie and you can usually pick out like, that's the Oscar sizzle reel, like if he's nominated, that's the clip. There were a few moments in this movie where that could be the case. The movie does leave me with questions about his character. There's something they're a little vague about. I feel like Hugh Jackman from The Prestige. How does he not know? But it doesn't really give you the answer, and it bothered me. And I just wanted the answer. What was in the bottle? I know it was bad. I just want to know what it was. And does he know it was bad? And if not, how? The film does illustrate early on that this guy is easily manipulated. Fact remains, having DiCaprio's character, he's a real guy. Ernest Burkhart, having Ernest Burkhart be the main character in this film, in which he's part of the plot to kill his wife's family. Also, his wife is being poisoned. Also, they love each other. That is actually a gutsy call, the they love each other element. But if you look at the movie, it doesn't work without it, because how else does it work? Love makes people blind, and that's kind of the point. Now, Lily Gladstone's the one who actually, I dare say, makes it all work. Without her, if she wasn't in it, you really would be seeing this film and the situation through the eyes of shitty people. She's the very personification and lesson here, which is, if you so love and trust someone or something this much, you will want to look past the truth, which is killing you. The heart overrides the brain. When Martin Scorsese says, well, this is a story of love, it is. It's the darker side of it. It doesn't make it any less real. Actually makes it more real than most. But honestly, if all 3, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, Lily Gladstone, if they all get nominations this year, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. And if they don't, doesn't matter. Doesn't mean they didn't crush it. Just means the Academy's the Academy. As for the 3.5 hour long runtime, I legitimately meant what I said in the intro of this video. It's a true story. And it illustrates the point. That point being, in terms of time management, I thought this film did it very well, because I never felt there was an opportune or optimum moment where I could take a break. If it wasn't a murderous plan going down, it was the scheming of a murderous plan. If it wasn't the scheming of a murderous plan, it was seemingly small talk with a lot of nuance around that makes the world A, feel lived in, B, you're still seeing that which allowed the plan to go down. I never felt like there was downtime in here. Example, Oppenheimer, 3-hour film this year, I thought was great. I felt Killers of the Flower Moon actually used its time better than Oppenheimer did. Though it's longer. May sound strange, but it is what it is. That's how I take it in. Granted, even at 3.5 hours, I was left with that feeling of this could probably be a 6-hour miniseries. Especially at the end when it's like, on this date, were you with so-and-so and was he with so-and-so? And I'm like, who's so-and-so and so-and-so? I don't know. I'm terrible with the names of people I've actually met in real life. I don't remember that person's name. The wrap-up of this film is very Scorsese as well. Most movies like this would have the text come up and that'd be it. Scorsese does it in a more interesting and, we'll say, fun way. And that kind of shows how Scorsese can thread that needle. A lot of directors, when dealing with heavy subject matter that is a true story, you can almost feel them be like, okay, we're going to be in this box. We're not going to veer from it. No one's going to laugh. It'll be informative, but it will be safe. Scorsese can throw some fun moments or humor in there that don't feel disrespectful, Not a lot of directors would take that on. In the end, I thought the film was really well done. It's well acted, it's heavy subject matter, and that makes it worth a watch alone, because if you're like me, you didn't hear about this outside of entertainment. Like with Tulsa. Thanks, public education. But the execution of said subject matter is packed with incredible performances by talented actors who clocked into work, no doubt. It sticks with you, and that's important in a movie like this. It has layers in which it haunts you. I think Killers of the Flower Moon's worth watching and worth buying on Blu-ray. All right, so Killers of the Flower Moon, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.